we wanted to bring in Paul Kelly. He's a turkey expert. Kelly Braun's is managing director and Guinness Book record holder for fastest turkey carver.
Thank you so much for having me back on again. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to just hand the reins over to you. I know you have a demonstration for our viewers, so go ahead. Let's see.
Okay, well, we're going to quickly talk about carving the turkey, but let's just quickly talk about cooking, because I would love to say the most important thing you need to do when cooking a turkey is to have a meat thermometer, because turkey isn't a very forgiving meat. If you take it over the top, it overcooks very quickly. So a meat thermometer to tell you when it's at temperature is so important. That's tip number one. You can make cooking a turkey as complicated as you like. If you are going to get a very cheap turkey, brining it might be good, but actually just plain roast is so simple. And all I say is treat it like a big chicken. If you treat it like a big chicken, you don't get fazed and freaked out by it, and you can practice with the big chicken. Now, carving a turkey, a lot of people get freaked out about that. Again, it's like a big chicken. What we're going to do is break it down to its primals. We're going to take the wing off, the leg off, the breast off, and then start to carve it rather than just hacking away at the bird. So, rule number one, nice sharp knife. A sharp knife is a safe knife. That's very important. So you can just cut that wingtip off, and you can go onto our website and there's a full video of carving like this. And if you do it like this, you'll typically get about 20% more servings. So it's really a great way of doing it. Again, we're gonna break the skin of the leg there, turn the turkey onto its back, and then you can just break the back of the leg off. There we go, like that. And then that's exposed the breast, and we could now start to carve the meat, but we're going to go a step further and take the whole of the breast off. So with that sharp knife, follow down through the line of the bone to take the whole of the breast off. When I broke my world record, I did a 15-pound turkey, all plated, served, ready to go in 3 minutes, 30 seconds, I think it was. So it's not that hard. So I've taken the leg off, I've taken the breast off. The big top tip here, if you get a really mature turkey, it will have lots of subcutaneous fat, so you can peel the skin off like that. You put that into a baking tray, season it with salt, pop it back in the oven, and you get beautiful turkey crackling. And you can do the same with the leg skin here. Get that skin, peel it back into a baking tray, salt and pepper, 20-30 minutes at 350, and you've got beautiful turkey crackling. So you can see now, by taking the leg off and the breast, we can now start to carve in really beautiful, easy and even slices. And like I say, you'll get about 20% more servings doing it this way. There's the breast. So you just carve it as much as you need into the bottom of a roasting tray, carving platter. The dark meat, you can just carve lovely slices of this dark meat. Now, a lot of people buy a bone-in breast nowadays. Don't do that. Of course, all we do as turkey farmers, whatever we cut off, we load onto the front end of the price. So you bought the whole bird anyway, so you may as well have it. So, carving the dark meat like that. So when you carve what you need, if on Thanksgiving Day, if you're a bit worried about it being a bit too cool, you can so easily get the meat back up to temperature by getting your stock, your gravy, piping hot, and then just pour that over the meat, and that will bring the meat right back up to temperature. And it's as simple as that. Now, carving it this way, it's not too late now to go out, get yourself a chicken and practice, because you can take the wing off, take the leg off, take the breast off, and practice it like that, and then you will be an absolute master on Thanksgiving Day.
I love it. And Paul, and that's actually some great advice, practicing on a chicken. But I actually do have a viewer question. Someone is asking, how do you know when to take out your frozen turkey out of the freezer to thaw it out by Thanksgiving? Is there typically a timeline for that?
You know, if you've got deep frozen turkey and you put it in the fridge, that can take up to 7 days to thaw. What I do, I take the turkey, frozen turkey, I put it in cold water and put it there for about at least 24 hours, and then you know it's thawed out. But putting it into a fridge to thaw out, it's the kind of done thing, but it takes so long. It can take up to 7 days, and you've got to get a meat thermometer to probe it to check that it has thawed out. Into cold water, let it in there for 24 hours, and job done.
All right, Paul Kelly, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. I know I'll be taking your tips here with me to Thanksgiving. We appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your turkey.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and all our viewers here.